I was born with a gift from God on top, that gift which used to make me an introvert. So I once believed in other humans because they thought I was too weird with this ability. Over time, I was discovered by great people, meeting great people who guiding, and finally being able to take advantage of this ability a little. I will tell you the ability needed is just to something invisible or astral, but I can see plus backward, which is the scientific language of retrocognition of the story in 2018. Carry out my usually activities because once a week I have to go to the capital area from the capital to just drink coffee there and see a little bit of the past tree, picking at the past tree, because in my opinion I see that the problem is that it's still comfortable. I like it until one day I hang out at my usual place to drink. Suddenly there was a figure, a gentleman. We were chatting in the first sentence that come out of him as a normal person. From that it became really long. We talk nonchalantly about life, about the bitter sweetness of which path to choose, which path to oppose. That was advice from him. This is really the best, I said, until I didn't feel it. At 3 in the morning, after 3 in the morning, I said goodbye to him. Sir, it's already morning. I go home. Is the building Sir Alec look okay? The building were from the colonial era, so I thought it was strange, but I saw him, yes, a human figure us. We chat and it was exciting when he come home. He said, if you can help me. Yes, so I answered only a week after the meeting. My heart was very restless. I feel like I had to adapt and I was catching debt. It gets really crowded on a Saturday night. Since I'm very introvert person, I decided to buy my copy in hand. How I went to the building where he said that was the place where he went there to chat with the copy man and pop me man. There are as if he knew about Arbet. I say like that. Where is Arbet, bro? There is no such thing as Arbet here. But there is a security guard here. I said, can you please call me or not? Nominally, please sir. Move right away. Move right out. The security guard is because he's someone I know from my house. Not far away, so I actually helped him a little and he felt like he owned it booty. He was surprised. How come you are here? What did you say? He doesn't like that. So I just want to hang out. I just found out that it wise here. I think fix right. I know, babe. Walk in a bank. It's a bank for bank. No, so this building is the bank asset. He said like that. Okay, you can go inside. Yes, it's okay because this baby now I have the ability because it helped him want to explore up and down. It's up to you, but no, the system will let you know what I am. Well, this building is said to be a former bank, but how come I went in there, a place on the second floor? So I saw banking activity. So it's banking activity in the past. I mean, but what I saw was like a dance, flares where big people have dinner in those eras. And so this building is not the original building, but it has been renovated to the size in the total 3 floor. But there is a basement, but the basement doesn't count or the floor. Increasingly finding awkwardness from not meeting anything, not meeting the answer I was looking for. Finally, when I come home, my heart was getting more and more challenged. It's really about life. I decided to go there again. It's already nearing sunset. A few minutes we said it was Maghrib. I met the Babe, who was my acquaintance earlier, so there is no connection with him. But after the video, I turned it off and I just met the figure of Faldo. The original figure was the last figure. He was alive, but what I'm serious about is how come he appeared to me. He's a figure, we now discuss a figure like pocong, right? If pocong is rough up and down, straight up and down, this is how it is rough around like this, looking for people who can help, but not everyone can see. I'm scared, I don't look scary, but asking for help, my heart is moved. I feel I have a disability anyway. What's so hard to help? At least we try first. So touch my figure with him. Here I'm with him. It is like touching. So we immediately flashback, and in the flashback, that what made Mr. Albert. We go into the flashback that I saw. Yes, Albert walked there, invited by a friend, a close friend from their childhood, together in the ICT. Albert in 1958, the economic conditions were getting more chaotic, not yet stable, and he was very responsible for his family. Whatever he did, he got a job from this friend. He immediately agreed because he said, we were only guarding the building. He thought it was safe, especially by guarding the building. The rules are simple: come in at 9 or 10 o'clock and go home. It's up to you. If normal people immediately think the cost at that time was on the road, in the capital, on Jalan, the capital, look at the building, the way it worked is very simple. He was almost 6 months old, so he was 55 months, the last he lived. So before his 5 years he walked there, he was given a rule: don't once explore the second floor of the stair at the very back, because of that the stair had never been stepped on by a human from 185. He was told by this friend of his. So after his friend said something like that, oh yeah, I also forgot to add. So they went to Jakarta, not just Albert. They sought a plot of land to bring provision to Jakarta. They rent a house thinking to improve their economic life and quality of life. And finally, in the third month, it's really brave to be brave in strength. How come you want to go there toward the stair even though you've been given a warning? You can't go there. Take a look. He went down the stair about the 4 steps, but the cigarette on the right wall that he sent Bang Ale, after it's broke down his panic, but when he tried to pick it, it's a collapse even more when it collapsed, right? Because it was under the center and the building had no electricity. It's all right. His center object in the room, so inside there are tables. The tables are made of stone. I don't know what stone it is, but the shape are round. But it's made of stone, and on the table there is another stone. The color is red. But if you are in the center, use Albert flashlight and they illuminate the room. So it enter. He looked at the windows and the left. Look at the window in the front. He saw it on a filled file of a ceramic jar in the front, on the front porch. Class like colonial era party clothes, then the colonial era army clothes. Yes, the flashlight he saw a lot of small sparking stone. No, I don't think it's still there. The glass is still intact. There are no termites. It's not there. It's destroyed or something inside. It's just that he's still confused about what stone this is, but he's sure it's valuable because he found the room, and according to him, its content, this precious stone. Tell his friend who asked me to find this this is in the room. You said we shouldn't go there, but I accidentally found in this room. The friend answer was cynical. Yes, there were no other words. The probability is that there is 1 in 1,000 in each 9, and in 1958 the shop immediately valued 1 billion. What is the exchange rate? Try 198.58. After that, my vision is my reflection. my vision of him when trying to cut after the gold shop incident where there was a nominal amount of money thanks to Mr. Albert in this last day, and if Bali knew what day he was alive last, it would be June 11, 1958, the exact day. This is the last time he was alive, 11 hours, 11 hours. So when he was walking around suddenly in the afternoon one, what he said was a building he come with. His friend asked him, sir, yesterday, found a rock, where is it? Tell me, because this was Albert. I walked there, I found a room, and then the boss, I don't know, I have to tell you, it's already good. It supposed to be really good, but the answer from the boss ended up being more cynical than his friend. Bring one, don't talk anywhere else, okay? Yeah. Just get greedy for the fries, especially if he managed to take all of them. Well, the boss is leaving, his friend is still staying around, and he didn't intend to go that way. Yes, that room and the stair that the person never passed, but there was a big desire that keep on in his mind. Hey, I'll take just one, my life can change, let alone everything. And beside that greed, he think of a lot of people who he loves. It's a good still there. I mean, no, the one who is greedy is really greedy for himself and reaching himself. His intention are really good for me personally. That a vision in the end, the two people I told the story about the earlier come said they wanted to take care of it with him. Behind will know will hit him. There was a blunt object hit in the back of the head. Albert fell over and over on the stair, where his patient immediately stopped again. Even more serious, what happened to him? What got this again? But we got it when there were hand, ankle, ear, left and right. Mr. Albert, this organ have been cut, but he is still alive. But he was shocked that everything was gone, and he immediately fell excruciating pain. Normal. There suddenly the previous boss, the big boss of the owner of the building appeared, and it turned out to be a foreigner. The big boss from his talk came out when Mr. Albert saw him, and I saw Albert. If it's Indonesian, finish it. Don't let anyone know. Until what was stored inside the came out. Suddenly, the two people who said they want to work with Mr. Albert to guard the building said that a cup Bali knew that the cup made of iron was large iron or a chopper like Mr. Albert organs were placed there, and he saw the organ put it there and immediately dosed it with a red liquid, which I can be sure if it was a blood or what, but the liquid was a tick red on the right, sir, if you stop executing the hand, leg and ear right under the stairs, so can still see where the origin was taken. The boss is the boss, not foreigner. What was inside came out, and what came out went inside. They all went. The boss, the foreigner, when the boss, the Indonesian, when the two people went inside, foot in on the stone in the stone table, Albert organ came out again, and I clearly saw a real punch in the face. Used the concrete hammer was the same as his friend who asked him to walk there. Mr. Albert was finished off by his friend who asked him to walk there. His friend last word where you it was intended to be a couple for what was inside. Okay, from where from there I almost ran out of energy, saying the incident has started to cause no semblance to return. Finally realizing again, try to find the babe who is guarding this building. I mean, I want to ask for help to buy a drink, so patient come in again. You know, I usually like to have a seat or a foam cover. The one with a zipper, the foam is taken out. Well, the seat is used for wrapping that, while the final step was after wrapping the cloth. It's a big sure he got into it. The was near he was had by several people immediately filed up with the brick as if Albert was the door from the room until was flattened, and the centerpiece for the entrance to the room. After that incident, I even wanted to have more. What do you mean by that? I said I wanted to meet my wife and children. I immediately feels like she died like that now. His horror is haunting. His spirit is wandering, asking for help. From 1958 to 2018, I tried to help, given a clue to him in the area. The capital was also the place where he rented the house he wanted. He took the whole family to Jakarta as an artist. He said, oh, here there used to be, but it was really long ago, that before 60, 61, it was overhauled and updated the city layout. I hope I can find where else to look. Then Albert gave me the flu of the people within this heinous thing to me. They are not random people. You have to help me. I keep asking how I can help. Is it possible that they are still alive? Because in my feeling, they are not. In my feeling, yes, they are already not around 100 and above, all of them. After that incident, I come home. Who forgot when Mr. Albert said he wanted to give he said I can give it again through I dream, because my energy is not enough to give a further complaint today. After the incident, I finished looking for my Albert house. Mr. Albert ran. They always dream of a place the same place, and it's a big place that is now in Jakarta. This is a bigger place, a really big place, a bigger building with the lot stuff. I immediately thought, how do you get in there? To get in there, we have to be a visitor, right? A visitor, at least visitor, or we can be employees. I can be directed to the big building, yes, based on the late Mr. Albert. If I enter, I want to ask about the security. There is a 6-hour locker after flying. I was called. They said that I had received no interview, no meeting like away. I'm hello. It's said that walking here is relaxed as long as we are through. There is no pressure. You can see a lot. The first day, I walk there. I come home. I got 5,000. I haven't done anything there. Just be introduced. Your friender will walk when you first start walking, and blah blah blah. Okay. Thank you for listening my story, and it is be a continue for next time. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.